Handle with the ball. Now defended by Şengün. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Conley. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And on paper, Craig, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk now. The force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
Şengün, no good.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Thompson with the bucket.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now here's Edwards. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Pass to Conley. Back to McDaniel. Drains it from beyond the arc.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Rockets trail by 7. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. They're worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the gameplay. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Şengün. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Fighting to earn the second chance opportunity on the foul shot. This is exactly what Coach wants from Şengün.
And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Out to Edwards. 3 on the clock. Nails the baby hook.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Timberwolves making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Rockets trail by 7. Off the inbound. Green, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
from downtown. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Minnesota leading by 10. Here's DiVincenzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Eason with it. Guarded now by Clark. To end the run. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Here's Randall. Still without a basket. And Randall throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 14. And it's Smith missing.
Houston foul.
Timberwolves on offense. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Minnesota shooting their first free throw this game. "16 seconds left in the first. Takes it inside.
He has his momentum going forward. When Randall's playing downhill, it's really a foul waiting to happen.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Both free throws good from Randall. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Eason. Over Clark. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 17.
21.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
The Timberwolves yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
First team foul.
That free throw good for Miller. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Here's Minot. The Rockets pull it in. Smith, left side. The Rockets again can't hit. Minnesota leading by 18. Inside. Why not? And that one is stuffed right through.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's DiVincenzo. Great defense that time from Şengün. Here's Van Vliet. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Houston making a switch here. It's stolen by Edwards. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Landale misses.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
There's 1:59 left in the first half. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Van Vliet's got his first points of the game.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
The Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Sweet move. Edwards, no good. Rockets trail by 16. Stolen by McDaniels. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Here's Smith. Free throw line jump shot. No good off the back of the rim. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Minnesota on D. Here's Van Vliet. Randall grabs the board. Here's Edwards. The layup missed. Here's Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And so it's Minnesota out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. 17-point game. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Here's Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got 11 points.
And Conley's so good at running the offense. Does a nice job hitting guys in their spots.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. The shot by Thompson, no good. Minnesota leading by 19. Conley with it. Now defended by Şengün. Outside Edwards. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And Thompson sends it back. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Conley with the 3. Rockets with the rebound.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Edwards, good. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Here's Van Vliet. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 23. And stolen by Thompson. 14 feet away. That one bounces around and comes back out. Timberwolves on offense. A big stretch here going 10-2. And yes, it's good. McDaniels got 7 points.
I'll tell you, McDaniels eats up ground in a hurry.
So both teams changing it up here. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Eason down low. Randall with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Second personal foul.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Plays with nice force. I mean, Randall heading to the line now.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. That one is off. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Smith with it, guarded now by Clark. Second shot opportunity, and Smith puts it in. Smith's got 6.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Back to Clark. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Randall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Timberwolves on top, just dominating this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Now DiVincenzo. And Reed has it in the corner. To the middle. Here's Garza. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Second personal foul.
And the first one drops.
First team foul. Shooting for Minnesota.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And again, the turnover by the Rockets.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds. Reed
with it. On the wing, Ingles. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Here's Eason. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They double him with Şengün. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Reed. Now Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Poked loose. Here's Eason. Back to Holiday. From 11 feet away. It doesn't go for him. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assist goes to
Ingles has got his first 2 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. No good with the triple. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Reed. Here's Whitmore. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
one shot.
Free throw good, Whitmore. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
To the paint. Pass to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Thompson misses.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And Thompson gets it to go.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
There's Miller with the three. 1:52 left to play here in the fourth. Three-pointer, Brooks. Reed with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Julius Randle.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
They grabbed their own miss. Thompson. That misses off the backboard. Down low. The Rockets pull it in. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Whitmore missing. And they go to the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, I mean, at this point. Even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And Reed has it in the corner. Miller with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge.